Okay, then we'll start talking about the data structures we have when we want to store multiple values. That means set of values, collections of values, and one variable. Then we have to use defined structures available in Python. Those you can name it as list, tuple, set, dictionary likewise. And each has its own attributes, own differences. Therefore, the way list act and the way the tuple acts and the way the set works and the dictionary works are totally different. Therefore, mainly you have to remember if you want to store multiple values and a single variable name, then you have to use built-in data structures available in Python. Then you can name it those as list, and then the tuple, and then the set, and the dictionary. Right now, those are the four type of values we have. The collections we can call it as. Right, then the list. Okay, what are the main differences? Right now, mainly if we talk about the order of the items, right now we can talk about the order, whether the items are ordered or not. Therefore, item order. And then we can talk about whether is it possible to change. Once you store an element, do you able to change it? Is it changeable? And then can we have copies or duplicates? Can we have duplicate values? Likewise, you can see the main differences between list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Right. Then a list. Let's see. A list can store collections of objects or collections of values. The items are ordered. There is an order. That means since there is an order, you can index. There is an index. And every item is changeable. And ordered, changeable, and allow duplicates. It allow duplicates. It allow the duplicates. And then when it comes to a tuple, the items are ordered but unchangeable, and it allow the duplicates. But when it comes to a set, set items are unordered. There is no order associated and cannot change, and no duplicates. And the dictionary items are ordered and here unchangeable we have to describe, right? And in the dictionary items are ordered and changeable and no duplicates. Right now here, what do you mean by unchangeable? Unchangeable means can add or remove, can add or remove, cannot replace. You can add or you can remove, but you cannot replace. Right, then we will talk about in detail when you're talking about set, what do you mean by unchangeable, likewise, right? Therefore, now based on these characteristics, you can decide what type of collection you should choose, whether when you are dealing with a question, whether you should go ahead with a list collection type or tuple, set, or dictionary, because there are four collections types available with different characteristics. Therefore, when choosing a collection type, right, for your problem domain, you need to understand these properties in order to select the most suitable one. Right, because each will act differently, and choosing the exact one or the most suitable one would increase the efficiency of your program as well. Right, now we are going to talk about list data structure. Right now, how to define a list. Right, then we use, as we said, the all these collections are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Right. Therefore, in Python, there are four types of collections available to store multiple values under single variable. And a type we're going to talk about here is list. Then remember, list is created using square brackets. Now, lists are defined using the square brackets. Lists are defined using square brackets. Then we said list items has an order associated. Therefore, list items has an order. Okay, then let's see how can we check the order of the list item. Right now, let me make it as a comment first. Okay, now I have a list. I'm gonna name it as my list. My list equals, I'm gonna have 1, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Right, let's print this and see what is the type of this one. Print type of the my list and print the list, my list. Now you can see the first one. Print the type is a list. And these are the elements. Right now we have the indexes. Now we are storing values, multiple values under same variable name. There should be a way to access the values. Otherwise, we will not be able to access the values. No? Therefore, now here, each value has an index here. Then the index numbers are starting from 0. This is the 0th index, first index, second index, third index, and the fourth index. Therefore, if you want to access the values by index number, then you could say it as print, if you want my list, 0th index. Now you could access the values by the index numbers because there is an index value associated with the item. The first value has a 0th index. The last value has the size minus 1th index. Here we have size 5, then size minus 5 is 4, fourth index. And then let's Get the size of this one as well. Then using the length method, we will be able to get the size. Let's see. Now you can see size is 5. Number of items. Let me put. Number of items 5. This is how you access by the index number. Okay, try out this quickly. You can get the size by the length function. Yeah. Type list, number of items 5. This is the list items. This is the index numbers. Okay, try out this quickly. Good. So Okay, I hope now you have tried this. Okay, now let's see. Now, how can we, what type of values we can have in a list? Right now, in a list, you can have list one. I'm going to say LT1 equals using square brackets we define. We have letters one. That means words one, two, three, and then we can have two contains one, two, three, and list three contains 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and list four contains 2, 4. Now let's see what's gonna happen. List one, list two, list three, list. Right. Now here, what is the error it displays? Now, what could be the reason now? Here, what do you think? What would be the error here? It says syntax error unterminated string literal. Yes. What is this? How to fix this? See? In line number 18, that means in this line, it says here unterminated string literal detected. This is where we have mixed the string literal. Right. Now you can see we'll be able to display the values. Right. Now, and also we can have another list for list 5 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6.5, 4. Now you can have mix of values as well. A list could contain string values, integers, booleans, like likewise, you can have now string can have like rather saying integers, you could say numbers because it contains now floating values as well. No? The floats as well here. Therefore, now list could have numbers. List could have numbers, boolean values, and the text or strings, you could say. Now we know the method how to find the type using type method. If you want to get the size of the list, you could find it using the length method. Right. Okay, now try to change. Okay, now here I'm gonna change this. Now try to change here in this list. Try to assign. Try to change the list here. this tree into number 3, numerical tree. Here, try to change this tree into numerical tree and tell me how to do that. Okay, send me the answer via chat, please. My question is, I want to change this tree into numerical tree. Send me the answer via chat, please, quickly. Right, now I received two answers. Now, okay, now here we need to change the value, right? Then we know how to access the value. Then let's try out. The what is the index number? Zeroth index, first index, second index. Therefore, the second index, we want to set it as 3. And before we do, let's print the list and let's print the list again. Now you can see here, rather 3. Now it has replaced with numerical 3. Right. Okay. Easily you could do it like that. Right. Now we know about how to access the list items. That means access the list item by the index number. You can access the list items by the index number. Right. Now, okay, now I want you to find out. Right now, if I try to print, okay, let's say I have my list which contains values like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. If I say print my list minus month index, my list minus month index, or print my list second minus 2 index. Likewise, if you print which item will it get printed? Okay, quickly try out. When you use the negative indexing, how it works. And in order to print 10, what is the negative index we should use? Okay, try out and send it to me via chat, please. In order to print 10, what should be the negative index I should use? Send it to me, please. Right. Now we got print my list minus 10. Right. Let's try out. Here's like you could print 10th index. Right now, this is going to be the according to the negative indexing minus 10. Therefore, now remember, you could access by the negative indexing as well. Here, this is going to be minus 10. Next one is minus 9. This is minus 8th index. This is minus 7th. This is minus 6th index. Minus 5. Minus 4. Minus 3. Minus 2. Minus 1. This is how you access the values using negative indexing. Right, and the same way, right now, you could try out using, now, this is how you access using the negative indexing. It's fine. Now, if you want to, now, if it is the positive indexing also, let me write it. If it is a positive indexing, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Then here, if you type like this, 2 to 8, 2 to 8. If you just like 2 to 8, what would be the output? Try out and tell me what happens. What does it display? Right, when I print 2 to 8. Now it's a range of indexes I'm printing now. You can see 2 means what? 30 here. It's starting from the 30. Starting from 30. Second index 2. Eighth index means 90. Does it print 90 as well? No. Starting from the starting index 2, last index. Therefore, the last index is not included. Eighth index is not included. Right. Now, therefore, it will display the values from the starting index to the last index, where the end value is nth index value is not available. Right now, remember, second index value is available, but eighth index value is not available, not included. Right now, if you do not have first value here, let's say now, if you do not have the first value, like if you just say 28, then it will start from the beginning. It will start from the beginning up to the eighth index value, which is 90, up to 90. See, 90 is not included. Right now, try see these differences. Let's say 2 to 8. From 2 onwards. Now you can see from 2 onwards. 2 means starting from second index value to up to the end. From the second index value to the end, it would display. Right now, try the same thing with the negative indexing and then tell me how can I display from 90 to 50? How can I display from this range 50 to 90 using negative indexing? Try out and tell me quickly how to display 50 to 90 using negative indexing. Send it to me. Okay, first send me the range of values 50 to 90. I want to display. How to do that? And then with the positive indexing and negative indexing, I want the answer. Send it to me via chat, please. Right. Now let's see how it works. Right now, 4 to 9, I said 50 to 90, no? Okay, starting from fourth index to 90 also should displace them. Therefore, up to the ninth index. From fourth index to ninth index would do that. Right then, here from minus sixth index to minus one index. Right. Okay. Right now, that's how you deal with the indexes as well. Right. Uh, let's say now I want you to let's see how to add the item to a list. How to add an item to a list. How to add an item to a list. Right now, here we can add an item to a list. Right. If you want to add to a specific index, right? If you want to add an specific index, right, you need to use the insert method. Now, for an example, you can say my list dot insert. I'm gonna say insert for the first index. For the first index, I'm gonna say 10. I'm gonna say insert my list dot insert for the first index 10, and I'm gonna print my list. Now you can see for the first index. Now previously first index we had 20 now. Now for the first index we have added 10. Now the 10 has been added to the given specific index. Right. Now if you want, now this is for to add an item for a specific index. If you want to add a value to a specific index, you could do that. Or else, if you just want to add, then you could use the append method. Append method, you just need to, let's say, end, okay, let's say we have 100. Then you can see that gives you the end if you use the append method. Now here let's write add an item to a specified index, specific index. Space specified index, an item to an item to the end of the list. You could use the append method. If you use the append method, that will add the item to the end. That will add the item to the end, and that means it will just append an item. And if you use the insert method, that would add the item to the user specified index. User specified index. All right. Now I want you to write a program. Ask user to enter numbers, values, whatever the values, and then store it. Okay, let's say 10 numbers. Get 10 numbers and then put it into an array. Ask user to enter 10 numbers and then add it to the whatever the list called number list. Create a list called number list, and then try to add the values. Create a list called number list and try to add user input values and store it in the number list. Take 10 values and put it to the list. Then, right, okay, let's see. I have received one set of answers. Right. Now, how is done? Do you have a list? Okay, this is not what I asked you to do, and actually, I ask you to get the user inputs, 10 inputs from the user, and then do it. Okay, what he has not here, you have done is, oh, no, no, sorry, it's my bad. Right. Now, count equals 0, while count is less than 10, then put you open. Then list size gonna be 20, right? Okay. Then, okay, first we'll define an empty list. My list is an empty list now. And then we'll have, okay, count is equal 0, count is less than 10. Enter number, and then you can append. Count increase by 1, and you will print. Let's see how it's gonna work. You can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is how you can get it. Now, all the values will be taken as a string values because here input method gives the values as a string. Therefore, if you want to convert into an integer type, then you would have done it like this. Then this would be the integer numbers, right? Okay, the same thing. Can you quickly modify it using a for loop and see how this works? Send me the answer how to do it using a for loop, please, quickly. How to do it using a for loop? If I want to do it using a for loop, then we could say for I in range, for I in range up to 10. Will this work? Right. Likewise, then you could do it. Right. Now I think you should remember the range method has three parameters and then start and step. Likewise, if you provide only one value, then that would be the end. Therefore, start value would taken as 0 by default and the step value would taken as 1 by default. Likewise, right. Now we know how to add items to a list as well. Right. Then let's say okay, then in order to declare a list, in order to create a list, right now, you could use the list constructor as well. Right now, there is a method, or you can call it as a constructor, to create a list as well. Right now, in order to create a list using a list constructor, you can say if it is now, normally this is how we define a list. Right now, my list equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. This is how we created a list now. Now, the same way, right now, if you want to create a list, then you could do it using list constructor, list, like, now list. Right now, remember here when you're doing this, now we have to use the double brackets. We have to use the double brackets. If not, what's going to happen right now? Now here you will see type error. Here list expected at most one argument. List expected at most one argument and you got 6. And then try changing it to double brackets and see. Right now here, since you need to have the set of values here in order to pass it as a list. Therefore, you have to use the double brackets. Remember when you're using the list constructor to use the double brackets. When you're using the list constructor, use the double brackets. And now that is how you create a list using a list constructor. Right, please note that the double round brackets here, right? Now, how to access the list items, indexes, negative indexes, we have discussed. Right. Now, I want to check whether, let's say here I have a given list. Right now, within this list, let's say I want user to ask for a value. And then I want you to check whether the value is available. If available, you need to say yes. Let's say now here I have some random number list, right? Okay, this list contains some random numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rather having this, I'm going to say 10, 15, 26, 35, 14, 28, 62, 38, 47, 58. Right. Now I have some set of values in my list. Now I want you to ask user to enter a number, and then that number you need to check whether it is available in the list or not. If the value is available, you need to display value found. Otherwise, sorry, value is not available. Okay, try out quickly. Right. From the content we have done up to now, you can get the using the length method, you can get the size of the list because we don't know the size now. And thereafter, using a for loop or a while loop, we could iterate through the list and you can check each and every item. And thereafter, you could check whether user entered value is equal to that. If it is yes, you can display yes, otherwise no. Okay, I'll give you a 5 minutes time using a loop and get the using the length method, get the size of the list, and then check whether whatever the user entered value is matching. If it is matching, you can display the value found and you can exit from the loop. Otherwise, you can continue till the end of the loop, and if still if it is not found, you can display value not available. Right, I'll give you 5 minutes time for you to complete this. Quickly do it. To try out this way. And this is from the knowledge we have up to now. We know how to use the for loop, we know how to use the if condition, and we know how to use the length method. And this is the list. We know how to, in order to get the index by index values, and then we just check. And all these things we know already. Okay, try out. Thereafter, we'll discuss how to do this easily. Okay, right now the same thing we could have done it using if and okay. Now, before I go into this, right now, here the same thing here, what we did here, we could have done it using for I in my list. Right now, we would have done it for I in my list, and then we would have print I value. That means you could iterate through the right now. Here you can see this is how you iterate through the now list items. Now using a for loop, you can iterate through the list items. Now here, now this would each time the loop runs, now I value get assigned the index by index values. That's why here it prints. Therefore, you can iterate through using a for loop. Likewise, then you could now you could check whether it is available or not. Again, you could do it whether it is available or not. try to configure using this kind of for loop by iterating. Check whether it is available or not. Edit the code quickly. Wasting our time. Let me show you. Right now, here, let me copy the same thing. Now, no need to get the size. Now we could check here. Now, if you don't want to print the items, you can check whether if I is equals to n, if I is equals to n, found it, flag equals to break. If flag is not equals to true, you can say not available, right? Then you can say found it, if it is 5, not available, not available. Now, this is how you could do it. Right, now, rather wasting the time like this, you could easily check whether the given value is available or not if you want to find out. Now, let me clear this. Right now, you would have done it using this the input number. No? Right now, here, this is how we did this one. Okay, we would have done it using if n in my list. If n in my list, if n in my list. I could display print and found it. Available, or you can say n is in my list. N is in my list. Likewise, you could say else if you want. N is not in. N is in my list. If it is, 5 is not in my list. Likewise, you could do it now rather going through again and again here. Right, rather writing this number of steps, you would have done it using if condition, whether it is available or not. Right, now this is how you use it. Share to check whether if an item is available in the list as well, whether the given item is available in the list or not. You could try it using like that. Now we have discussed the insert method, append method as well. And right now, if n is available in the list, if I want to remove it, then you could use the remove method. Okay, try using remove method to remove an item from the list. Right. Okay, now if you use mylist.remove method to remove, let's say 10, then I'm going to print the mylist. Now you can see here the 10 has been removed. Let's say here also we have 10. If the same number appears multiple times, but only the first occurrence would get removed. Now here only this occurrence has removed. And then by any chance, if I try to delete 100, where it is not available, now I will get an error saying the value is not available, because if the value is not available, this will give an error. Therefore, remove method will remove the specific value, specific item we have given here. If that item is not available, it will give you an error saying not in the list. Therefore, using the previously learned, we have just found out that you can check whether it is available or not. You can find out. Now, I want user to ask to enter a number, and you have to check whether it is available or not. If that value is available, you need to delete. Otherwise, you need to say other value is not available to delete. Right. Okay. Quickly do it. Here, if the item is not available, this will throw an error, no? Therefore, we have to first check whatever the value user wants to delete. Then you have to ask user to, let's say now, we have to ask user to what the value user wants to delete. Okay, n equals int value to delete. If it is a number, no, the number to delete. Number to remove, you can ask. Or number. And thereafter, we could check whether if n in my list, if n is available in my list, that means value is found. Then you could display my list at remove, and then you could remove it. Now you could see n in my list and what int input is number 20, right, was not there, like if it is 10. Right, now what it says, listed remove 10 not in list. Okay, 100 is not in list now. Let's say now here we have say 10. You can see first 10 has been removed. If you want here, you would say 10 remove. Right, then 10 removed. If it is 100, now there's nothing to display. Now, therefore, it won't display. Like if you want, you can say else 100 is not available to remove. Likewise, you could say. Now, what you have to remember here is if you use the remove method will remove the item from the list, remove the specific item. But if the item is not available, it will give you an error. It will give you an error. Right. That's what happens. Okay, now try to do the same thing with ask user to, let's say, now why don't you try with this? Let's say we have apples, mango, grapes, banana, melon. Likewise, we have right now. If I want to try the fruit names, remove. Right now, here first you need to display the fruit list, and then you have to ask user what is the fruit user wants to delete, and then you need to delete it. Right, okay. Do it and send it to me via chat, please, quickly. Here is the fruit list. You need to display the fruit list first, then you need to ask user to the item to remove or the fruit item to remove, and then once user enter the item name, you need to remove it. Do it and quickly send me via the chat. Right, now we got it. Right, now then put name to remove. If it is mango, mango removed from the list. If it is ginger, then nothing would display. Then you can say else part also is not in the list. Alright, if you try to remove the ginger, it says ginger is not in the list. Likewise, you will be able to do it. Right, great. Now you know how to use the how to check whether the item is exist or not, and how to remove an item as well. Right now, only concern is here if we have more than one occurrence of the same value which we want to remove, it will remove only the first occurrence. Right. And if you want, you could use the pop method as well. Right. If you use the pop method, now I think you're okay with this. Right now, if you use the pop method, my list dot my list dot pop my list dot pop, and then if you do not specify the index number, you can see bananas has been removed. The last item has been removed. Right now, the last item will get removed if you do not specify the index number. If you specify the index number as 1, now you can see here the mango has been removed because 0th index, first index is mango, the given index number will be removed. Therefore, if you do not specify the index, it will remove the last item. Therefore, have a note as well. If the index is not specified, not given, if the index is not given, last value, last item get removed. It will remove the last item. If the index is not given, last item gets removed. Right now, that's how you use the pop method as well. Okay, going to try out the pop method. Okay, then now we know the pop method as well. Right. Now even there's a keyword you call as delete. Using the keyword also, delete keyword also you could delete. But now if you want to delete a value from using the delete keyword, then you need to say delete, let's say my list, and then you need to specify the index number as well. Right now, if you say delete my list and if you say zeroth index, then you can see the apple get removed. Now here you can say you can delete by the index number. If you say third index value, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 grapes. Right now you can see here the grapes get removed. Likewise, you can specify the index value to delete. And by any chance, if you forgot to specify the index, then the entire list will get removed using the delete key. The entire list will get removed. Now this would delete the entire list. Now the list is no longer available. Right now, this is how you delete it. Right. And other than that, you can use the delete keyword to delete the specific index or delete the entire list. And if you want, you can use mylist dot clear method. You could use mylist dot clear to clear all the items from the list. You can use the clear method to clear all the items from the list. Now, so far we have discussed about the insert method, append method, and remove method, and the pop method, and then the delete keyword, right? Now remember how to use the insert, whether you need to pass the index value or not, how to use the append method, what happens with the append methods, how to use the remove method, do you need the index number or the item to remove, or if it is the pop method, how the pop method works, and do you need to pass the specific index, and if it is the delete keyword, how the delete keyword works, then you have to have an idea and you should remember. Right. Right. Then we discussed about how to iterate through a list and how to iterate through the index numbers we discussed. And now same thing you have done using. Right. And thereafter we have discussed how to define an empty list. And then, right. Now, shall we try out something like this? Now I have a list, a number list. I have a student list. I have a student list, which is an empty list. I want you to ask user to enter a number, right? 10 numbers, let's say, and the student, 10 names of the students. Ask user to enter the 10 names of the students. And if the name is available on the list, you should not add it. If the name is available on the list, you should not add it. Otherwise, you need to add that name to the list. Then the name you should get 10 names to the student list. At the end, the student list should contain 10 names. Okay, try out quickly. And if the name is available already, you should not add it, right? Then at the end, it should be unique list. Okay, try out quickly. Okay, I equals 0 for I in range 10. Input your name. If X is not in student list dot append. Then here there's a problem I see. The problem here is, let's say, if I run, let's say, and John will build and 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 right now you can see I at the end I said that at the end I wanted to end up by having 10 names in the list. I wanted to have 10 names in the list. Therefore, in order to correct it, we should move this I equals I plus 1 into inside this condition. Now, even though if you add the same name 10 times, let's say it won't happen. Right now, now you can see, even though I have entered 3 times A in it, it takes only. Okay, now what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 2 is missing. Okay, right now that's what's wrong with it. We need to figure it out. Let's say, yeah, Jim, Jill, Bill, John, Jane, Do. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2. Right, yes, there's the issue here. Right now, where I should put the if condition now. How can I correct this? Because now I should be end up by having 10 names in the list. How can I make sure? How to correct it? Anyone tell me quickly? How to correct it? Quickly tell me. How to fix it? Is there any way to do it? Right, quickly try out and tell me. Right now, okay, try to figure this out quickly and then send me the answer. And then I want to talk about how to sort the items available in a list as well. Now, if you want to sort the items available in a list, you could do it using um, sort method. Right now, if you sort, you can see it gets normally sort method will sort in alphanumerically ascending by default. Alphanumerically ascending by default. Right now, okay. Right now, you can see when I have all the things mixed together. Now here, right now you will get an error saying type error when you try to compare here. Now, not supported between instances of string and integers. Right now here you can see the numbers has been sorted, but when it comes to the string values here, it has given us an error. Therefore, remember, uh, if you use the sort method, that will sort the list alphanumerically ascending by default, right? If you have some string values right now, let's say here we have 10 here. Now you can see here in the first one, here we have orange apple, mango. Right now, this is how we have the values. And then when you sort it, right now you can see numbers first, then letters, alphanumerically sort. Here, when you have only numbers, then numbers sorting in ascending order. That's how the sort works. And then if you want to sort in the reverse order, then you need to say inside this reverse equals true. Reverse equals true. Now you can see you can sort in descending order as a tool. Right now, this is how you sort in descending order. Right. Unit pass reverse equals true. Right. And then one thing important is here. Now, if you want to sort in ascending order, you just use the sort method. And if you use the if you want to sort in descending order, you need to use sort inside the brackets. You need to pass a value called reverse equals true. And also here, let's say, uh, like now, let me have another one called here. Likewise, if I have in something here, right now, let's check whether it is case sensitive or not. Right now, you can see here, if I want to sort in ascending order, now you can see here, right now, here, it will sort the capital letters first in order to prove that. Now you can see here apple, banana, then simple apple, grapes, mango. Likewise, you're gonna go. Right now, here let me have banana. Let's see. Right now, you can see apple, then capital B banana, then simple apple banana. Therefore, this is case sensitive. Therefore, if you want to convert, if you want to sort, then it will sort the capital values first, then the simple values. Therefore, now if you want to sort regardless the case, then either you have to convert all the values into uppercase or the lowercase. Right now, if you want to convert how to sort, right? While the meantime, if you want to convert into a lowercase, then you would say e dot e equals string dot low. My list dot sort. Now you can see case insensitive. Now this is how you perform a case insensitive sort. Therefore, remember to use str.lower as if you want to have case insensitive sort. Case insensitive sort, if you want, then you have to do it like this. Right. Right. And again, if you want to make a copy of another orange apple, let's say if you want to take a copy of this list, okay, new list equals my list dot copy method you could use my list dot copy. And then I'm gonna print the new list. Right now, here now you can see that this is how you take a copy of the method using the copy method. This is how you take a copy of the existing list. Or you could have, let's say, list2 lst equals, you could say list, and you could use the list name. Right now, that is how we use the list constructor. Right now, in order to here it has to be this way. Create a copy of a list using a constructor of the list. You could create a copy, or else you could use the copy method in order to create a list as well. Right? Okay, try out this as well quickly. Then one more thing, like now here, let me create another list. Uh-oh. List one, let's say we have orange apple. List two, we have one, two, and three, four, five, and six. If you say list three equals list equals list one plus list two. Now you could add the two list values together, right? You can merge two lists using the plus operator. Using the plus operator, you could merge. If otherwise, if you want, you could say list two dot extends. Right now, you can use the method extend list one, list two dot extend list one. And now, if you print list two, now you would be able to see. Now, at the end of the list two, all the values of list one get appended. All the values of the list one get appended to the end of the list two. To the end of the list two, using the extend method. You can append all the items from another list to the end of the current list using the extend method. Or if you want to add two lists, you could use the plus operator, right? Now that's how you can deal with the list. Right now, we have discussed about the append, clear, copy, count, extend, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort, yes, and the index method as I forgot to do the index method. No? Let's see. We have again orange here. We have orange, and then if I want to print the index of, I want to get the index value of the, let's say orange, then I would say list one dot index of the orange. Okay, now this would give you the first occurrence of the orange. Now print list one dot index dot orange. List on dot index dot orange. What happens? 0. Now here it gives you 0 because it appears for the first time. Now if I have tried apple again, right? If I tried apple and now apple appears in two places. First index, this is 0, first, second, third, fourth. First index and the fourth index. Then apple appears as 1 because index method will give you the first occurrence of the item you are looking for. First occurrence of the item you are looking for. Right now, this is about the list, and then we'll be doing many exercises from the list as well next time. Therefore, you better go through the content we have done today and then practice and come. Next day, we're going to do some exercises and we're going to start the tuple. Right, any questions up to now? You can ask now. Other than that, I'm going to wind up for today. Any questions, please ask.